Great morning it is, and great to see so many friends, and great to be at least a small part of something so good, that Pastor Stevenson's been doing for so many years, and so many others have helped him. And I guess for me it's important to find and look for good news. Turn on the television, listen to anything, maybe not the ones that are here, but anyway, you turn on the television, it's nothing but bad news. And there are good news stories. Pastor Stevenson's store in this school are good news. And I can just sit here and imagine kids that he taught maybe 20 years ago, where they are, and the successes, and the kids that he saved, and allowed to find Jesus and also to find their way in life. I've traveled the country talking about education, the chance to get ahead, the great equalizer, that you want to get from tough circumstances, you want to succeed in life. It is about education. How do we get and gain equality in our country? It's through education. It's interesting when you look at the poverty gap between those who score lower based on socioeconomic status. If you watch them in September and test them, and then test these kids again in May, the poverty gap narrows every year during the school year, but then widens in the summertime. The schools are helping, but the thing is after school, before school, mentorship, all of these things are needed in addition to the school if we really want to eliminate it. I think the biggest crime is people who just say, let's do it the same way we've always done it. Let's don't do anything dramatic to Jefferson County high schools because we're doing just fine. They're not paying any attention at all. The statistics have been abysmal for Jefferson County education. We've got to do better, and we can do better. But you know what they're doing is, they're looking at your kids and saying, your kids can't do it. They're saying, your kids can't do it. We're just going to slough them off and let them pass them through in the schools, and then we don't care what happens afterwards. But I can tell you, I have visited schools around the country that take kids from tough circumstances, sometimes from broken homes, sometimes from violent neighborhoods, and the success is amazing. I've been to Boys Latin School in Philadelphia, from a tough area in Philadelphia. They have 100 boys each year in high school. They teach them Latin every year, which, I thought was going away, but it's a great discipline. They teach them Latin every year. I went there for commencement a few years ago, and I can tell you, there's just something you can tell about a person. Every one of these young men walk up, look you in the eye, shake your hand, and you can tell they're going to succeed. It's like 99 out of 100 of them go to college. So the success rates are enormous. Then you might look at a regular high school where they're just doing the same old, and like 9 out of 100 are going to college. The success is amazing, but we're giving up on so many kids by just saying we're just going to do the same old thing. And it really is, we don't care about your kids if you're not willing to change. If you're against charter schools and against school choice, you don't care about these kids. And the thing is we are losing a generation after generation of kids. Right now, I was talking to somebody this morning, they showed me the statistics this morning. We have more deaths in Louisville per capita than Chicago. You keep electing the same people and sending the same people, it's not going to change. We've got to have something new. But the thing is there is a strong faith component down here. There's a strong faith component in this church and in this community. Let's not ignore it. Let's not send people to represent you who have no faith, who don't believe in family. And let's don't send people to represent us that believe that the baby, that's growing inside the mom is not a real life. I visited a school in Chicago by the name of Josephina, and this was a girls' school. So Boys Latin School in Philadelphia was a boys' school, and in Chicago was Josephina. Once again, you'll meet a mom driving her kid 45 minutes, an hour away to get to the school. But guess what? She's giving her kid a chance in life. and the kids are going to college. And it's just amazing. It's like, well, how come oh my goodness, these kids can't learn. 10% of them go to college. You put them in a great school and 99% are going. It's not the lack of ability to learn, it's crappy schools. It's not caring about the kids enough to give them a good education. Why should we not have the same schools on the east side of Louisville that we've got on the west side of Louisville? But it has to be about the kids. It isn't about the bureaucracy or this, that. It has to be about the kids. The kids have to be first. But for some reason, it seems like other people get involved. Some of the people involved in the educational establishment, but seem to be more concerned about themselves than they do about the kids. So something has to change. Something has to give.